All right, we're back here at the Lehigh Valley Zoo, back with Maggie, and Liz is in with our Louie, the gray
Louie,
fox, right?
yes.
Okay, so what's exactly going on here?
So just like you guys saw with Tattoo and we were talking about with our education collection, this is part of our training program. So Louie, our gray fox, is part of enrichment and behavioral husbandry here, is learning how to target to Liz's hand. And this is so that we can get him to move to different areas of his exhibit. It also helps us with his health care. He's trained to go on a scale, and we've had to do some voluntary medical behaviors with him as well. He's had surgeries for us to look at stitches and things like that. So all of this is why training is so important.
Yeah.
This animal loves interacting with his keepers, loves being around people, and very much enjoys training, as you can see.
I was just going to say, it seems like, Louie is no stranger to the enrichment. Doesn't seem like he's enjoying it at all.
Yeah, he's definitely a fan favorite here amongst the keepers and also the guests at the zoo. He's just very playful. Foxes in general just have great dispositions. Even if you look at red foxes out in the wild, and here in Pennsylvania you can find gray foxes and red foxes. They are naturally playful animals that enjoy exploring their environment. So as his keepers, it's important for us to know that, so that we're doing training and enrichment programs, we understand their natural history and we can work with them better in zoos.
How important is it to have animals here at the Lehigh Valley Zoo that are native to the state of Pennsylvania, to this area, to tell their story here in this setting?
It's probably one of the most important factors. A lot of people don't know that you can see gray foxes in Pennsylvania. These guys are native all the way from Pennsylvania down to South America. It's important for people to get to know these animals, to understand how they're not scary, they're exciting, and it would be cool to see one in your backyard because it does help us share their environment and show that it's important to have, you know, a reciprocal relationship. They're omnivores, so they're going to be very helpful in keeping mice and rats out of your house. If you have groundhog issues, they're very good for that. Not so fun for the groundhogs, but great for foxes. And again, it's just, how cool would it be to see a gray fox in your backyard, you know?
They appear to be highly intelligent as well.
Super, super smart. These guys, fox, raccoons, these are species that are adapted to be near people, which is another important part of respect. They've learned that our trash brings food. They've learned that people bring good places to live. So as long as we respect the distance between the two, these guys don't make great pets. They do have big teeth. And Liz is very aware of, you know, his natural history and what it takes to work with foxes. But as long as you keep that distance and that respect, you can share your backyard with them.
I was just going to ask about that word specifically, respect.
Yes.
The respect between the animals and the keepers and the animals. I have to believe that that's of paramount importance here at the Lehigh Valley Zoo.
It's probably one of the most important. I mean, working with animals, you have to know their natural history. You have to know what they're capable of, and they need to know what you're capable of as well, so that you can form that mutual respect. We can't just walk in here and expect the animal to automatically respond to us. This is years. Liz has been with us since 2012. This is years of a positive relationship that she's built with this animal so that she can ask him to do these things. If I were to walk in there, I've only been with the zoo since January, I wouldn't have the same relationship with him. And it's so important for Liz because she does work with him every day. And out in the wild, same thing. You have to know what the animals are capable of. It's not a scary thing, it's a respect thing. And as long as you know that wild animals are wild, you'll have a great time.
And I feel like relationships like this, important for the animal's physical health, as you mentioned, the routine checks, but also for their mental health as well, right?
This is a great part of Louie's day. So you can see she's looking at his teeth. She's able to scratch his head. That helps us feel for mats, but also he genuinely enjoys this. He loves being with Liz, and we can tell that from his behavior. You know, he just flopped over for belly rubs. So, you know, you can tell that this is an animal that thoroughly enjoys being with his keepers. And I would say the same thing about Liz. She thoroughly enjoys being with Louie as well.
I was going to say, it doesn't seem like Liz is having any fun at all either. So, last question for you. What does Louie eat on a daily basis?
He is an omnivore. So he eats everything, vegetables, fruits, and meats. He does like chicks. Those are probably one of his favorite snacks. He likes eggs. What's his favorite berry? Blueberries.
Blueberries, okay. Good choice, Louie.
And he's showing off. One of our other keepers, engineered Ben, who has been working for the zoo since he was itty bitty, he actually built that platform for Louie. So another part of his behavioral enrichment is adding these different components to their exhibit so that he gets to live life to the fullest.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty active in terms of his ability to climb and scale different surfaces.
This species of fox is actually known for climbing, so they're excellent climbers. So this platform right here that Ben made is a part of our keepers knowing their natural history and designing their environment to fit the animal.
That's awesome. Well, Maggie, thank you for helping
You're
us
very welcome.
share Louie's story. Liz, thank you too, and Louie, great job as well.